Hi, very good morning. My gaps of coming on video in front of you guys is getting a little longer. But that's because I've been caught up in a couple of other things. But this morning was a very different morning. It had rained last night and really came down buckets and buckets of water. And then all of a sudden, transformation. Everything became lush green, different shades of green, different colors of the flowers that are there in the sidewalks or on the walls as creepers. And then the early morning chirping of the birds, which I hardly hear nowadays thanks to the construction going on all around. And incidentally, I had a chat yesterday with someone who was struggling to get a job. You know, someone who's got a basic education, decent to look at, nice way of talking, and good temperament, but still the basic requirement, which is a decent job to get food on the table, that's missing. Now, we've all heard this, that upgrade your skills, keep in touch with what's happening, you got to keep trying. Yes, you got to keep trying, but where I see that gap is when people start feeling low and it starts hitting their body. You start feeling lazy, you start feeling like there's a whole mountain that you're carrying on your shoulders and on your head. I know the feeling because I've gone through it not just once but multiple times. And each time I know the struggle of getting up and moving again to get back on your feet. But here what I want to point out is, never doubt yourself. So I was sitting this morning just listening to these birds. And if you look at the birds and the animals, they go through a routine day after day, month after month, year after year, till they die. But you'll never see any of them getting tired or begrudging. They will go from place to place to look for food. And they will get that food. And the reason is that the universe provides. Similarly, the universe or the creator has given us something fantastic, which is called the faculty. The ability to sense, the ability to gauge, the ability to choose, and the ability to decide action. And the mind is a monkey. It will jump from place to place, branch to branch, sometimes those very dangerous jumps. But they've also got a leash, like the leash on a dog. The ability to pull that monkey back and make them sit. Now that happens when you sit quietly in that chaos that's happening around you. In whatever little space you have, sit quietly. Close your eyes and just listen to the environment. One focus only, that I am capable of much more. An affirmation, a little dialogue to yourself, that I am capable of much, much more. I can do much more for myself and thereby do much more for my inner circle, that's the family, and maybe the outside, if you are able to. Otherwise, it's no problem. So each morning is a new morning. I know it's easier said than done, but do you have a choice? Do I have a choice? No. Because I realize this life is a gift. I realize I have invested a lot of time, effort, and money in various aspects of improving me. And the same goes for you. In whatever is your environment, but you have invested. Now the investment has to pay off, and it will pay off. Maybe in small, tiny little bits, but that's the beginning. going about things optimistically, with hope and perseverance. You have to persevere. That's the action. You have to get out there. Tap every window, tap every door. Something will happen because the law of the universe is very clear. When you start helping yourself, the environment starts changing to help you. And somewhere, something good will happen. The intent is important. The action is important. You will run into a little bit of rough weather or failure, but don't stop. Keep moving. Keep moving. Even if it's a little, small little thing that you get. Good enough to get food on the table, good enough to clothe you, good enough to put a roof over your head. Do it. That's the stepping stone. And do it with an attitude of gratitude. I have learned this. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what I have. Thank you for what I'm earning. Thank you for what little I have. And I'll do with it. But I will aspire to grow. And that aspiration will never die and should never die. Life is beautiful. Life is great. You just have to tap in to that little source of energy which is there inside you. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be nice to yourself. And compliment yourself from time to time. Don't get arrogant. Just compliment yourself and move on. I am sure you will succeed, as I have succeeded many times after falling. Smile, you'll be fine.